Here are today's top stories from the last 24 hours. The president stated that Russian forces are unlikely to target NATO member territory. The remarks come as tensions persist over Eastern Europe and alliance commitments. This statement directly addresses risks to alliance security commitments that influence U.S. defense spending and troop deployments in Europe. It shapes perceptions of deterrence credibility that affect broader foreign policy leverage. President Trump stated that Iran faces serious difficulties and that U.S. military action remains an option. He rejected immediate negotiations with Tehran. Ongoing U.S.-Iran tensions influence global energy prices and the risk of wider conflict that could involve American forces. Continued pressure on Iran supports U.S. goals of limiting adversary influence and protecting trade routes. South Korea has endorsed U.S. President Donald Trump's initiative to restart negotiations with North Korea. Officials stress that any diplomatic progress must preserve South Korea's defensive capabilities and alliance commitments. Renewed talks could affect U.S. troop commitments in Asia and influence regional trade stability that reaches American consumers through supply chains. Security arrangements in Northeast Asia also shape defense spending priorities funded by U.S. taxpayers. Iran has left the door open to renewed talks with Washington after 6 months of direct conflict. The offer is tied to the United States dropping its current pressure campaign. The statement comes as the fighting continues to reshape regional dynamics. The conflict directly affects global energy markets and U.S. foreign policy commitments in the Middle East. Disruptions can raise fuel costs for American drivers and households. Prolonged engagement also shapes taxpayer spending on defense and influences broader trade dynamics. The weekly roundup discusses Canadian resistance to U.S. trade positions described as economically misguided. It also addresses U.S. military challenges and leadership changes during Iran-related operations. U.S. trade relations with Canada influence consumer prices and manufacturing jobs. Military developments tied to Iran affect defense spending and foreign policy commitments. Los Angeles, California, now at 75 degrees F with mostly cloudy skies. Phoenix, Arizona, now at 93 degrees F with partly cloudy conditions. Miami, Florida, now at 85 degrees F with mostly clear skies. Seattle, Washington, now at 61 degrees F with cloudy skies. Honolulu, Hawaii, now at 76 degrees F with isolated rain showers. Thanks for listening. Be sure to follow and share America Forever Bites.